Hello and welcome back to Writer's World Radio, episode number 4. I'm your host, Matthew Graken. Thank you for coming back again. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am creating this for you. Now last week, we discussed who, as in who, what, where, when, how, and why. Today I am bringing you a twofer. You're not only getting one topic, you're getting two topics. We're going to be discussing why and how. They go together, and this is why I decided let's talk about them both in the same episode. Why will reflect how, and how is going to influence why. So they go together a lot. Now think about it. You're not going to think of, when you're deciding why a character is going to do it, you should also think about how they're going to do it. If the character, is not capable of doing it, find another character to do it, or create another character. That's the joy of writing. You get to create. It's your own world. If you want to throw in a character somewhere, you get to create them. It should make sense why. So in this case, you want to think about, okay, how is this going to happen? How is my story going to play out? That's the beauty of storyboarding. Again, I can't express the importance of storyboarding. It's a great tool. I use it. You should use it too. You go write out how everything's going to play out in this story. It's just going to make the process a lot more easier. It's going to flow better. And this way, you're making sure you're hitting all the points and everything makes sense. So I usually want to start with the villain. I'm going to start with your antagonist because that's going to influence the whole story. That's going to make everything fall into place. Why is your antagonist doing what they're doing? What is their focus? Are they trying to take over the world? Are they, out for personal gain? Are they trying to stake all the money out of Fort Knox? What is their, what is their idea? Why are they doing it? That's going to influence how. Okay, how can you go about that? But something else to keep in mind, besides how are they going to do it, how is this going to involve your protagonist? How is that going to involve your hero? How are they going to get involved? How is he or she going to get caught up in this? Are they working for the FBI or MI5 and this is their mission to be able to stop this? Or is it something a little more personal? Is the antagonist, is your villain out to get your hero? Is there a connection between them? Is there an unseen bond? So again, how is this involving your character? Why does it involve your main character? That was something I worked a lot on in my upcoming story, The Third Haunting. How was the antagonist involved with the protagonist? What was the relationship? Why was she doing what she was doing? If you read the book, you'll find out. I'm not going to put any spoilers out because the book's not out yet by the time of this recording. But let me go back to a piece of classic literature, The Speckled Band. It's a Sherlock Holmes short story. If you haven't read it yet, I'm warning you now, it's going to be some spoilers. The snake did it. Why did the snake do it? It was trained. How did the snake do it? It came down a pole in the ceiling that looked like it was part of the vent. It came through the vent. So there's a lot of connections there. That is a very good example of everything thought up of how and why. How did this happen? Why did it happen? So keep in mind, when you're storyboarding, or if you're planning your story out, when you're brainstorming, going back to episode 2 there, you got to think about, does this make sense? Can this happen? Is this, why is this going to happen and how does it happen? They're very much related, so keep that in mind. Very important things. If your how doesn't make sense, sometimes you can either justify it by the why, or a lot of times the why isn't going to matter at that point. Come up with a different method. You don't have to necessarily change the main idea, just come up with a slightly more logical way around it. I mean, granted, it's your world. You can do what you want. If you want the skies to be purple because you want them to be purple, that is fine. But how is the story progressing? It doesn't matter if the sky is purple. In this case, how is your character doing what they're doing? So what I like to do, like I said, I storyboard it out and I try to think of the relationships. I do a lot of research into that whatever that enemy in this case is going to be. I look into it and try and think, okay, how can I manipulate this? What would be a reasoning? In the Gideon Cross series, I write about a mob boss who is trying to take over another mob boss's territory. So there's my why. Why is he doing it? He's personal gain. He's trying to grab a bigger territory. How is he doing that? He's strategically eliminating the other players, and undermining the main boss of his opposing group. So there's your how, there's your why. So what are your reasons? What are some of your hows and whys? What do you think is a good how and why, or coming up with ideas for how and why? How do you think that they relate to each other? Leave them in the comments below. Again, send out on Twitter. Let's keep these conversations going. It's going to be, it's great fun. Let's help each other out. Again, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Matthew J. Graken. Or I'm available at Twitter at Matthew J. Graken. Hit me up if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions for a topic on Writers World Radio. Please send me, let me know, put them in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. So that way you can stay on top, you can see the discussions going on, and also when new videos come out, you'll know about them. Again, thank you very much for for watching. I appreciate your time. I look forward to bringing these to you, and I hope you have a great day, and thanks again. I'll see you next time.